Pierre heard her say, "Certainly he must be moved onto the bed. Here it will be impossible." So she said that they had to be moved to the bed. The sick man was so surrounded by doctors, princesses, and servants that Pierre could no longer see the reddish-yellow face with its gray mane. So there's too many people around his father that he can't see him anymore. Which, though he saw other faces as well, he had not lost sight of for a single moment during this whole service. So we can go back. So basically saying that he was paying attention to his father all this time. So there too many people surrounding, so he cannot see him anymore.
Yeah. No, even though Pierre can see other faces.
He had not lost sight of. He did not lose the sight of for a single moment during the whole service. So basically saying that he was seeing his father's face for this whole service. But now he can't. But now he can't.
He no longer see his face, right?
Yes.
And then...
Which he had not lost sight of.
Which is what?
The fact that he did not lose his face, which he did not... The face. He did not lose the sight of the face for a single moment.
Where is the face?
Red face.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh, the face, which...
He had not lost sight.
He had not lost sight of the face.
Yes. For a single moment during the whole service.
No longer see his face. Had not lost sight. Why I say that?
Can you read before? It says, because people surrounding him, he can no longer see it, which he had not lost sight. So it means that he's been seeing it. Only now, when so many people around him, he cannot see it.
Yes, but what I mean, they can see other people's face.
It's just saying that if you cannot lose sight of somebody's face, what does that mean? If you always been looking at somebody's face, what does that mean?
Yes.
That means that you cannot look at something else sometimes, right?
Yeah.
If you're looking. But not Pierre. Pierre said he can also see other people's face as well.
Okay. Okay.
He judged by the cautious movements of those who crowded around the invalid chair that they had lifted the dying man and were moving him. So he judged, means he make a judgment. He doesn't know what's happening. So judge means he make a judgment. So he decided that he figured out that they're trying to move him.
The cautious movement.
What
the cautious movement?
Very careful, like you holding something that's going to break.
Cautious movement on those who crowded around the invalid.
The sick person chair.
A sick person chair that they had lifted the dying man and were moving him. Judged by the cautious movements. What is his conclusion?
They're moving him. The conclusion is that they're moving him.
Okay, so he judged by these cautious movements of those who crowded around.
Forget it. He judged that they had lifted the dying man and were moving him. That's all you need to read.
What?
He judged that they had lifted the dying man and were moving him.
That they had lifted the dying man
and were moving him.
And they are moving him.
Yes. He judged that they had lifted the dying man and were moving him. That's the main sentence.
He judged by ma.
Forget it. Judge that. That's the main sentence.
Judged that. Okay. He judged that.
Yes.
So his conclusion is they had lifted the dying man and was moving.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Catch hold of my arm or you drop him, he heard one of the servants say in a frightened whisper.
Continue.
Catch hold from underneath. Here, explained different voices, and the heavy breathing of the bearers and the shuffling of their feet grew more hurried, as if the weight they were carrying were too much for them.
The heavy breath of the
heavy breathing. People who are bearing, people who are holding lifting something. Bear.
Bear is bear.
Bear is an animal. This bear is a verb. Bear.
It's
you
a
bear
verb?
Something, yes.
Verb bearers.
Yeah, bears is people who bear.
People who bear.
Yes.
Breathing of the...
people who are bearing the count.
And the heavy breathing of the... This is a noun, right?
It's people, yeah, type of person, yes.
What does it mean, bearers? People carry the
Yeah, lifters maybe, or whatever you want to call it. People lifting.
A shuffling of their feet.
Grew more hurried.
Yeah. Okay.
As if the weight they were carrying was too much for them. Any questions there?
Just the count is very, very strong, heavy.
I don't know. Maybe this was as the bears among who was Anna Mikhailovna passed a young man, he caught a momentary glimpse between their heads and the backs of the dying man's high, stout, uncovered chest and powerful shoulders. Can you go back? So Anna was one of the bears.
Oh, as the bears among whom was Anna.
Yeah.
Anna passed a young man.
No, bears passed a young man.
As the bears.
Passed a young man.
As the bears among whom was Anna.
Yes, as the bears passed a young man.
Pierre, right?
Yes, he caught a momentary glimpse, a little moment in time. This momentary means small interval.
Small interval. Glimpse means
look
between their
heads.
Between
their heads. Can only see people's heads and backs. Between the heads and backs. He got a glimpse of the dying man's high. So he got a glimpse of the man's chest and shoulders. That's what the main sentence is.
He got a glimpse of the man's
chest and shoulders. Under the armpits. And of his gray curly leonine head. So he also saw his head too. So he saw the dying man's chest, shoulders, and then also his head. Yeah.
So holding under the armpits.
Armpits.
Huh?
Armpits below the arm. That's the armpit.
Below arm.
Holding the dying man by the armpits.
Okay, and of his
gray
curly
head. Also, yeah.
What a long.
Like a lion.
Lion. Oh, okay.
The head with remarkably broad brow and cheekbones, its handsome, sensual mouth, and its cold, majestic expression was not disfigured by the approach of death. So it's just saying something about his head.
Yeah.
It had a broad brow. What else? And cheekbones. Broad means wide. Wide brow and cheekbones.
Cheekbones?
Cheekbone.
Oh, because it's very thin.
Why is it thin?
If you don't see, you cannot see the cheekbones, right?
It says broad. Nothing. What are you talking about? Broad.
Cheekbone. You can see the cheekbone on the face.
Yes.
If your face is very fat, like you cannot see the cheekbones, right? And his handsome.
Sensual mouth. Kind of like sensual means kind of like sexy mouth or whatever.
Sexy mouth.
Yeah.
And it's cold.
Majestic expression.
Means the high rank expression.
Cold does not mean high rank.
I mean majestic.
Yes.
Was not
disfigured.
Yeah. What disfigured?
Made. So you have something that looks nice, and if you make it, if you put paint on it, then it kind of you disfigure that painting.
Oh.
So this is not. So whatever is happening to him did not disfigure that look.
Oh. Did not disfigure by the approach of death. So means he didn't look like a dying person.
At least this part did not look.
Okay.
It was the same as Pierre remembered 3 months before, when the Count had sent him to Petersburg. But now this head was swaying helplessly with the uneven movements of the bears, and the cold, listless gazes fixed itself upon nothing. So now this is how Pierre remembered his face before he went to Petersburg.
Ago.
Yeah. But now this head was swaying helplessly, swaying again.
No.
With uneven movements of the bears. He's not controlling the people holding him.
Okay.
It's and the cold, listless gaze. Cold, cold.
Yeah.
Listless means like no energy, kind of gaze fixed upon nothing. He's not looking at anything.
Oh.